Hi guys, so today we are going to talk about the media and information languages. So, what is media languages? Media language is the way in which the meaning of a media text is conveyed to the audience. One of the ways media language works is to convey meaning through signs and symbols, suggested by the way a scene is set up in a film. Now, there are 4 types of media languages: written language, verbal language, non-verbal language, visual language, and oral language. Written language is the representation of a spoken or gestural language by means of a writing system. The language chosen generates meaning. Captions allow the publication to present a story in a particular way. For example, is the title or the headline in a newspaper, or the headline in a news report, or a title in an article. Next is the verbal language. It is how the language is delivered, and its context used are important factors in the way meaning is generated for the audience. Verbal language is commonly used in medias such as televisions, radios, and films. For example,
Sana ako na lang. Ako na lang ulit.
Pero mahal ko siya nun eh.
Alam ko.
He had me at witness. She had me at witness. Pero binaliwala ko.
Verbal language. It is how the language is delivered and its context used are important factors in the way the meaning is generated for the audience. Verbal language is commonly used in medias such as televisions, radios, and films. Non-verbal language. This is in terms of body languages such as gestures and body actions. The meaning received by the audience is seen through how the actor uses his or her body.
Paano magpulbo ng normal?
Paano magpulbo ang mga mayayaman? Paano magpulbo ang mga tanga?
Visual language. What is on the screen has been chosen specifically to generate a series of effects and meanings. Specific camera angles and movements are chosen to interpret the story and meaning of the scene in medias such as television and film. For example, this picture, the dark setting creates a scene of a war. You could see that the bright setting indicates a happy scene. And lastly, the dull setting gives the audience an idea of a sad scene. Oral language. The oral language of the media text helps the audience define the genre of a piece. Sound helps in creating a scene to construct the environment, atmosphere, and mood such as diegetic and non-diegetic sounds. As you could hear, the setting of the scene is a seashore. Gunfire sound indicates that there is a war.
Codes. These are the systems of signs that are put together to create an arbitrary meaning. Types of codes. 1. Technical codes. 2. Symbolic codes. Technical codes. The ways in which equipment is used to tell the story in media text. it is important to bear in mind the camera, angles, framing, lighting, and exposure of a scene.
For example, seeing sand everywhere in the place tells us that the setting of the scene is in a desert. And here, the camera angle used in the setting indicates a scene of a sunset.
Symbolic codes. These are the things that interpret something more than what is seen: object, settings, body, language, clothing.
In the logo of the FedEx, if you would look closely, you will see the arrow between the letter E and X, which represents the company forward-thinking ways and outlook towards the future. And in the logo of the Amazon, as you could see, the arrow linking to A to Z, it says that they have everything from A to Z, which would be able to satisfy you.
Conventions.
It is the generally accepted practice or technique that is widely used in media to communicate ideas, information, and knowledge.
Types of conventions. 1. Technical convention. 2. Genre convention.
Technical convention. This is applied on technical areas such as the length of films, series, TV shows, and music videos. For example, in movies, they usually make it from 1 hour up to 2 hours. And in TV series, they usually make it from 25 minutes up to 1 hour. Genre convention. A typical or standard trope of plot, setting, character, icon, theme, or effect in a genre story. For example, in every love stories in movies or TV series, there will always be a love affair between the lover and another woman or man, or sometimes in every love stories, the one is rich and the other one is poor.
Audience. It is one of the most important elements in media. Without audience, media would not have evolved throughout the generation when it had started. When Johann Gutenberg invented the very first printing press, it wouldn't have been a success if he didn't have audiences. But having an audience also does not make media effective. We need to study and understand our audience in order to reflect it to what we want to show in the world through media.
What is connotation and denotation? Denotation is the literal or dictionary definition of a word. The denotation of a chicken is a domestic fowl. Connotation is an implied meaning that is associated with the word in addition to its literal meaning. This association can be cultural or emotional. For example, the definition of chicken in this situation is a coward. The actual definition of the word chicken is an animal, but as our language evolved, the emotional association of a coward attached to the word. The denotation is often the original and formal meaning of the word, while the connotation of a word is often the informal definition that is developed through cultural means. In the movie Cars 2, Mater uses a denotation of the word bomb, an explosive, but Lightning McQueen misinterprets his use and believes he is using the connotation, a great person. Another example of a word with a connotation is childish. The connotation of the word childish is immature behavior, but the actual definition of the word is youthful and young. The denotation of the word dove is a small fruit or seed-eating bird. The connotation is the symbol of peace. The misuse of denotation and connotation can be found in the English language frequently. For example, often the word ironic is misused to remark on a coincidence, but the actual denotation of the word is the expression of one's meaning by using language that normally signifies the opposite.
We hope that you learned
something today. Thank you for watching.